Hi, this is Jeff with Automation Integrators, and in this video, I'm going to take you through some 9 of our basic automations. There are many more that we could do, but this is a pretty encompassing suite that can help you squeeze out sales from every single lead that comes in. Everyone hears about how automation can do huge things in terms of business efficiency at a fraction of the cost, and today we're going to show you how you can bring that into your sales for every lead that comes in. So the 9 that we're going to go through today are, the first one is the automated personal assistant for every agent. This is our flagship product and is particularly useful if you have 50 or more agents. There's an add-on to that which transforms text messages into CRM contacts. We have the lazy agent lead reassign, the auto reassign of extra leads, an add-on to the personal assistant, which is the feedback and updates loop. Then there's the pull new email leads into your CRM, the delayed email reply, the bad lead weed out form, and the automated text message follow-up grind. Let's jump into the first one. The automated personal assistant for every agent. So the problem this solves is forgotten follow-ups, leads falling through the cracks, and maximizing output of every agent. So I want you to imagine if each of your agents had their own personal assistant that you were paying, let's say $2,000 a month, working more or less full-time. So the advantages here would be that less leads would be missed or lost because each one would have their own personal assistant making sure they're on top of things. Each person would be more organized. There'd be less time wasted looking for who to call. The disadvantages would be that it would be very expensive. Training would be required for each personal assistant. There'd be sick days, no nights or weekends being worked. You get complaints and you get mistakes. What would that look like if it was an automated assistant? So suddenly you have an automated assistant working for every single agent and within your entire agency or brokerage. So the advantage here is that no leads would be missed or lost because it's automated and there's no human error going on. They're still more organized and no time would be wasted looking for who to call, and you'll see why in a second. The disadvantages suddenly all disappear because it's no longer nearly as expensive. There's no training required. We program the assistant bot, and as soon as he's programmed, he does what he's supposed to all the time, 24/7. There would be no sick days, and he would work nights and weekends, of course, because he's working 24/7. There's no complaints, and he never makes any mistakes because he's not human. So imagine if you had somebody, or you were even doing this yourself for all your agents 24/7. So John Doe, one of your salespeople, contact. This example is shown using HubSpot, but it could be Salesforce, Follow Up Boss, or whatever CRM. So he adds a contact, and then you or your assist or his assistant sets a follow-up for him. The assistant bot would actually be doing this in the background automatically. Okay, then every time he adds a contact or they come into him, again, the assistant is going to set follow-ups for him automatically. Every day, the assistant pushes them all the follow-ups to all your agents every morning. 2-day follow-up with this guy, 2-day here, 3-day follow-up, 6-day, 10-day, 12-day, 16-day. Clicks on it, and it brings up all the pertinent information for that person with a number to call right away. Can even open it up in the CRM profile directly, and you can even put a history of all the events and all the notes that have occurred here, which you don't see here, but we can add that in. So if you prefer it as a series of calendar events, we can do that also. The assistant will schedule it for each person throughout their day, 9:15, 9:25, 9:40, 9:55, and so on, and it will space them out properly. Okay? Now, what happens if your agents are too busy or they miss it? They're on a call, they're driving, they're doing a showing, could be any number of things. It reschedules it for them. So it's like a human personal assistant, but without doing any mistakes. Now, here's the difference between manual versus automated. Manual meaning you have a CRM and people have to manually use the CRM. So the salesperson, any of your agents, has to do the work and go and look for who to follow up with. So he'd go into the CRM. Let's say that the red ones, as he's looking through the leads, the red ones are the ones maybe that he misses, and the green ones are the ones that he sees and extracts and then follows up with. So there will be some miss like that because he's human, and it's a manual process there. In the automated way with the assistant bot, the bot scans through everything, detects which ones belong to that person, collects them, and then pushes it to him like you just saw on the previous screens. And he does not, the bot does not miss any of them. It gets all of them, though, every single time. So this is what the process would look like with the assistant bot. It's completely lossless, both in terms of time and in terms of the leads. So your agent puts the lead in to the CRM. The bot would be setting all the follow-ups, so that none are missed and no time is spent by the agent, as opposed to in a CRM where he would have to do them all manually. For reminders, the bot would send them to each agent per lead, so that each one is personalized according to the lead, and because it's sent individually per lead, your salesperson is actually able to see which ones he's already addressed and which ones he hasn't. And then the bot can take the ones that he didn't get to and automatically reschedules them again, so that your agent doesn't need to, again, one by one, go through and reschedule each one of them. It really comes down to being a safety net for every agent, and as soon as the lead is put in, you and he will know that it cannot slip through the cracks. He doesn't need to think or worry about using the CRM properly to get a perfect result, and as you know, probably many people hate using CRMs because of the need to maintain and use them properly to get the right kind of results. So more globally, the bot searches, he extracts everything, he organizes all the leads, and then he sends out the reminders per lead to each of your agents. There's no mistakes and nothing missed. Really, what it comes down to, this is particularly helpful and useful if you have large groups of salespeople, because it's very hard to control, and micromanagement is not good, but you want to know that they're all going forward in the right direction, the right way, and it's very hard to do that when you have 50 or more agents, especially if you have 3, 4, 500 agents. What you're going to get is something where your goals in terms of the money you're trying to make is up here, but they're going all in their own directions. But with this assistant bot, it keeps everyone moving forward, and it prevents them from stepping out and getting disorganized. So in addition to that, you'll also get a weekly update in terms of knowing how many emails were sent, who they were sent to, and how many was sent to each person. So this will help you track how the system is working for you every week. Now, the next feature is transforming text messages to CRM contacts. So the problem this solves is the learning curve of CRM, laziness or too busy to enter leads. This came about because we had one person we were talking to who had about 90 agents, and they said that they don't think their agents are going to be able to learn how to use a CRM properly, and it would be nice if they could just send a text message and the lead would go in. So we actually developed this based on that need. So let's say that in terms of entering them into the CRM, there's a bunch of contacts that your agents are not entering in. Could be because the CRM isn't easily mobile accessible, it takes too long to open in the busyness of the day, it's too out of the way, they find it annoying to fill. There could be many more reasons. So the way this works is it transforms text messages into contacts. So your salesperson sends a text to a number that we'll create for you. So could have the lead's phone number, name, email, and even a note, connected from Facebook, interested in whatever listing. The assistant will read those details, and it will detect that it came from your salesperson. He will then throw it into the CRM, and then the personal assistant takes over like normal, adds it to the other leads, and makes sure that, again, it never falls through the cracks. So those reasons disappear here, and all they need to do is send a simple text message. They're now able to use the CRM perfectly without actually even using the CRM. What this means on a more global level is that it manages all of your agents for you. So it's going to receive and organize all of their information. It's going to work the CRM for them. It gets what they need, it sends to them, and it manages their calendars and schedules. So it basically keeps everything in a bubble of sorts that's completely lossless and secure. The next feature, the lazy agent lead reassign. The problem this solves is that some agents are lazy, they're not closers, so we can automatically reassign their leads to others if they don't close quickly. So you have some are lazy, some are not. Obviously, this is the lazy one and this one's not. It's a very simple idea, which is that if after a certain period of time this person has not closed the lead, our system will automatically reassign to the closers that you predefine that you would like it assigned to, so that they can actually get the sale done. The auto reassign of extra leads. So the problem being solved is some agents are getting more leads than they can handle, so we automatically reassign their leads to others that can close them. Again, this came about by someone mentioning that they had this as an issue. Some people are getting more leads than they can get to, so you choose which closers you would like it to reassign it to, and our system will detect when they have this person has too many leads, and it will reassign it to one of the closers that you've indicated. This way, you don't lose any sales. The feedback updates loop. Okay, so the problem here is tracking the outcomes of each lead. This is actually an add-on to the personal assistant. So if you remember this, what happens at the end over here once the bot reschedules them? So once they actually book a scheduled appointment, what happens and how do you know what occurred after that point? So in the follow-up reminders, we can add a section over here that says made contact, click here, or whatever you want it to say, and then we can create a custom form for you that allows the agent to say whether they made contact, appointment scheduled, and if so, when. And when they fill that out, then it can sync to the team leads calendar and the agent's calendar, and then it will add a note automatically to the CRM. So it keeps everything in the loop, and we can even make it so it will track how many appointments, so you can get an idea as a summary at the end of each week. Okay, how many appointments were booked by who? So you can see how many reminders have gone out to each person and how many appointments were booked. This one is the pull new email leads into CRM. So it removes the manual work of getting leads in. There's none missed and no human error. So it looks something like this. This is a general solution, and of course it could be adapted to your specific case. So you have email leads coming in. They would go into the CRM directly, and then the leads would get auto-assigned to the appropriate agents to be discussed with you, who you'd want them assigned to. And then, of course, the assistant kicks in, and then none of them can fall through the cracks at any point. So it just streamlines the whole process from start to finish, so there's no manual work involved. The delayed email reply. So the problem being solved is your agents are spending time trying to manually reply to every email lead quickly. So this is what's probably happening now in the manual way, which is email leads are initially coming in, and then each of your agents manually replies to each as soon as they can. And many people appreciate the quick reply there. So we're going to turn that automated for you. And what that looks like is that the emails still come in, and for each one, the bot here, the assistant receives, waits 1 to 2 minutes or however long you want, and then replies. So it'll be like it's coming from you. Hi John, happy to help you. To serve you best, can you answer the following, please? You would have whatever questions you want, and if you'd like to book an appointment, just select the time, and it would be a link to a calendar scheduling page over here, probably with Calendly. So in this case, your agent will actually only get the calendar booking if that goes through, or they would if the person replies to the questions, then your agent would need to address the follow-up email there. This one is the bad lead weed out form. Problem being solved is many leads aren't a good fit and are wasting your agent's time. So this is actually more an advanced version of the previous one, the delayed email. So you still have the emails coming in, your bot receives, waits, replies, and it says, I have a few questions. Could you please fill this 15-second form? And there's a link to the form. There's a custom form here, and basically he'll detect whether or not he meets your criteria, like pets or whatever it might be. And if he does, then he'll directly schedule a time, and it will schedule the appointment with your agent. And if he doesn't meet the criteria, then it will tell him automatically it's not a good fit, and your agent never even has to deal with that person. Lastly, the automated text message follow-up grind. The problem being solved is your agents don't need to do the follow-up with each lead with this in place. So here's an idea of what it would look like. Again, it could be adapted with whatever text you want and configured the sequence and how many days later and so on. So, hi John, Jeff with Realty X here. Saw you're interested in whatever property listing. Could you click this calendar link and schedule a time to come see it? And then you'd have a link there, okay? Second one day later goes out. John, messaged you yesterday. If you're still interested in this property, are you available for a call now, or can you give me 2 times that would be good for you? And then one day later, hi John, just following up again on your interest in that property. Did you still want to see it? I have an availability tonight at 9 p.m. and tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Either of those work for you? And then if he replies to any of them, the text sequence will stop, and your agent receives a text message saying, okay, John Doe, when he was added, we can customize this according to what you want. He just replied after text 1 was sent, and he replied with, I can do tonight at 9 p.m. And then it provides your agent their contact information so that they can just click the phone number and call them immediately. So this has been a rundown of 9 of our basic automations. If you'd like to book a demo and you'd like to get more information, let us know. Or even if you have something custom that you'd like us to develop for you, let us know. We can definitely. A lot of these came about from needs from different people who've requested features for us. Thank you.